This is the story of a quiet girl who gave up everything for love, only to find herself fighting for a life she never imagined. Her journey will leave you asking, how far would you go to find your strength? So, let's dive into the story and discover how she turned pain into power. And don't miss the shocking twist she faced at the end. Trust me, you'll want to watch until the very last second.
My name is Sophia, and I want to tell you my story. A story of love, mistakes, and hope. I was a quiet child, never speaking much, and I didn't have many friends. My parents were strict, enforcing rules like no playing, no friends, and no hobbies. I stayed at home all day, longing to play with other kids, but my parents insisted I stay inside. I didn't even attend kindergarten. When I finally started school, I was terrified, constantly asking myself how I would ever talk to other kids. But slowly, I made a few friends, though I remained quiet, telling myself to stay silent to stay safe. I wanted to join art classes and sports. I loved drawing, but my parents said no, insisting I focus on my studies because art wasn't important. After school, I went to college, where I met a boy named Ethan. He was tall, funny, and made me laugh. He told me I was beautiful, and for the first time, I felt special. We talked for hours, and he called me his best friend. I wanted to study and build a career, but Ethan didn't like that. He said, "Why do you need a degree? You can marry me." I was 18, in love, and believed Ethan would take care of me. He proposed, saying, "Let's start a family," and I stopped going to college, giving up my dreams, thinking love was more important than school. At first, everything was perfect. We were happy, and we had a daughter named Mia, who was small and sweet. But things began to change. Ethan criticized my clothes, disliked my tattoos, and told me to change my style. He didn't want me meeting friends, saying, "You don't need them, stay home with Mia." He started coming home late, claiming he was with friends, leaving me feeling lonely. One night, he shouted at me, saying I wasn't a good wife. I cried, and one day he hit me. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to leave but was too scared. I went to my parents for help, but they said, "You're married, stay with your husband." I returned to Ethan, hoping things would improve. I got pregnant again and had a son named Noah, who looked just like me. Ethan didn't come to the hospital, and when I returned home, he asked, "Why are you here so soon?" It hurt deeply. Ethan even admitted to having a girlfriend, saying she loved him more than I did. I felt small and unimportant but didn't know how to leave. I had no money and 2 children to care for. One day, Ethan joined the army, leaving me alone with the kids. He said, "You can manage," but I cried every day. My father passed away, and my mother moved to another country, leaving me completely alone. Ethan called from the army, saying he'd found someone new. I was devastated. 3 months later he called again, saying he'd made a mistake and begged me to take him back. I still loved him, so I agreed. We tried to fix our marriage, but Ethan didn't change. He still hurt me with his words. Now, after 16 years of marriage, Ethan tries to be better, but he still hurts me. I often wonder why I forgave him so many times, why I stayed. I'm 33 now, stronger but tired. Some days, I feel like I don't exist. But I want to believe in a better life, to find happiness for myself and my children. Every morning, I wake up early, looking at Mia and Noah. They're my reason to keep going. Mia is 8, loves drawing and singing, while Noah, who's 4, loves playing with cars and laughing loudly. I tell myself to be strong for them. I cook breakfast, pack Mia's lunch, and care for Noah, but some days are hard. I feel tired and sad, wondering how my life became like this. One day, my neighbor Clara knocked on my door, inviting me for tea. I was scared Ethan would get angry, but I went, needing someone to talk to. Clara told me, "You're not alone. I'm here for you." Her words made me cry, and for the first time, I didn't feel so alone. Clara suggested I work from home, and though Ethan didn't want me to work outside, I started baking cakes and selling them. It was hard at first, but my cakes were good, and people started ordering more. For the first time in years, I felt proud. One day, Ethan came home angry, shouting, "Why are you baking? You don't need to work." I looked at him and said, "I need to do this for me and the kids. I won't stop." He was shocked and didn't say anything. I was scared but felt strong. Life didn't change overnight. Ethan still gets angry sometimes, but I started setting rules. I told him I wouldn't allow him to hurt me anymore, and if he hit me again, I'd leave. He didn't believe me at first, but I stayed strong, knowing I had to protect myself and my children. Clara introduced me to her friends, who were kind and supportive. I started doing small things I used to love, cutting my hair short again, wearing colorful clothes. I felt like myself after so long. Mia said, "Mom, you look so happy," and her words made me smile. Now, I'm thinking about what I want: a safe and happy life for my children and to feel free. I don't know if Ethan will ever change, but I know I have. I'm not the same scared girl I was before. I tell myself, one day you'll find peace. I don't know when, but I believe it will happen. If you're reading my story, I want you to know something. You're strong, and you can survive hard times. Don't give up on yourself. I hope my story gives someone hope. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share.